Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. The Chancellor failed to mention that in the UK we've got the highest coronavirus death rate in the world, 123,000 deaths. We've got the deepest recession of the G7. And he failed to mention the bungled Brexit that's led to a two-thirds cut in our exports since the new year. The budget, of course, simply continues to increase inequality, which itself will reduce the rate of growth. And whilst pumping money in the economy, we look forward to council tax rises, pay freezes for public sector workers, benefit squeezes and service cuts that will further increase inequality. What we need is a healthier, fairer, greener future. And we've only got to look to the Welsh Government on how to do that, because in England, the excess deaths of COVID over the 5-year average are 20%. In Wales, they're only 13%. And if that rate had been applied in England, there would be 36,000 fewer deaths. How? Well, a more cautious approach to social distancing, travel limits, earlier lockdown, and of course contact tracing in public hands rather than the hands of sponsors of the Conservative Party. And also we're rolling out the vaccination very quickly. Indeed, in Labour-run Wales, we've seen the government using the money where it's most needed, not supporting council tax for relief for food superstores who are making exceptional profits, not for stamp duty for holidays for people buying second homes, but a £2 billion resilience fund and the Development Bank of Wales investing in small business to secure 141,000 jobs. This is a successful devolution, but we do need the tools to do the job. And we only get 2% of the money for rail investment for 5% of the population. We do need a high-speed link between Bristol, Cardiff, Swansea and West Wales to help connect the Union. We do need the Shared Prosperity Fund spent in Wales for Wales by Wales. We do need a Swansea Bay tidal lagoon that was promised, and we need electrification of the railways. There's much we need, but we aren't getting our fair share, and we didn't hear much about that or anything about it in the budget. We need a fairer future in Britain. There's 6.6 million people who are in hunger and food insecurity each day. We need to double the amount of cooperatives. We need to target investment in smaller companies which are committed to net zero, in particular with local jobs, with a reduce inequality. We need to invest in children from poorer backgrounds who've lost most out in terms of education, and we need to invest in sustainable transport. After all, 64,000 people are dying prematurely from toxic air. Nothing about that again. Labour, of course, increased the size of the economy in the 10 years to 2008 by 40%, and in so doing, doubled the health service and the education service. We need a Labour government to have inclusive growth and to balance the books, and we won't get one until we get the next election.